Oh, also they're brothers. I don't know any of the brothers. Are the brothers Gansey, Declan, and Adam? I'm uncertain if Gansey's a brother. I'm certain that Declan and Adam. Certain is a strong word.
Hello everybody, I'm Faith and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing, we're attempting to do a 12-hour readathon. You probably heard the 24-hour readathon because that's a lot of time, and I have family and siblings who will most certainly bother me if I try to go for 24 hours. Mainly I'm doing this because I have a lot of books to read that I just refuse to properly allocate time to read for. But also I want to figure out how long I can actually read books, because I have no idea how many hours it takes when I like put books on my TBR. I'm like, when am I gonna read this? I have no idea. Yeah, so this is gonna be that. I have a lot of books. I don't plan on reading all the books. I just have a lot of books physically. Oh, you can kind of see that. Physically and on my iPad. So, I'm gonna be reading physical books, audiobooks, and books on my iPad. So let me show you the physical books I have. This is too many of them. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So I'm gonna read these 3 are library books from my physical library. So I want to read these. Specifically this one mostly. This I got at Barnes & Noble like 4 months ago. And that gave me this book. This is also Barnes & Noble's like 4 months ago. This one I've been wanting to read for like probably 4 or 5 years. We're just it's just here. And this one is a book of the month book that I got. I think my first book of the month book. I read like some of this. I've read none. I think I started, but not really, and I read some of this. Oh, also I want to write books. Oh, one of these books is it's Dear Ally, I'm certain, but I read it as Dear Ally. And it's how do you write a book? So also I want to figure out how to write books. And then this is my device of choice. And I do have like books like on my like iPad, like in my books app, but I refuse to. I have too many of those, so we're not doing those. But on my Libby, I guess this could be like a screen record situation, but like while I do all that. And I also have audiobooks too, so I can like not use my eyes. So I can like play The Sims or other video games while I listen to books during this, so I'm not like going insane. But I have Daughter of the Pirate King in both audiobook and book. I have the Gildables audiobook, which I've listened to like 30% of. I keep on forgetting it. I tried to check this book out physically. I kid you not, like 4 to 5 separate times in real life, and I just never got to it. I have The Woman by Kristen Hanna, which I might mean probably not. And Poppy Ward, which I'm gonna read actually if I ever like read on this, is Poppy Ward. I started this like 2 days ago, and it's like fun. I like it. It's cute. Also, it's a series. I have the Atlas Complex, which is you all know. I don't know what the Atlas Complex is. I forget what the other books individually are called, but yeah, that one. And then I have Raven Boys, which the thing is always with audiobooks is I hate how they're like 21 hours, and I'm like, there is no way it would take me 21 hours to read this book to myself, and it's not. I listen to my audiobooks at 1.5 speed minimum, so like no, but like it always feels like I'm committing so much more than I am when I'm reading a book. But yeah, so let's get started. I think I'm gonna start with Among the Beasts and Briars. I took off my hoodie. It got hot. I have coffee I made. It is pretty bad. I think I need to get new instant coffee. I think I've set myself up. But I have coffee. I have water. And I forgot. I realized I could probably like tell you about the book when I start reading it. So I got this in my library. You can't. The gold is golden. Among the Beasts and Briars. It's fantasy. I opened it and I made a face because it's a word that I have to read. Ceres is a safe. Ooh, that's her name. It is. It's her name. I remember this, but I remember being like, thank God I don't have to hear her calling anybody that, because yikes. Oh, I have headphones on, so I'm gonna listen to music and probably like watch YouTube the whole time. But I don't want you guys to hear it, because then it'll, you know, Ceres is safe in the kingdom of Valoria. Here there are no drought, disease, or famine, and peace is everlasting. It has been this way for hundreds of years, since the first king made a bargain with the lady who ruled the forest that borders the kingdom. But as Valoria prospered, the woods grew dark, cursed, and forbidden. Ceres knows this all too well. When she was young, she barely escaped as the woods killed her friends and her mother. Now Ceres carries a small bit of the curse, the magic in her blood, a reminder of the day she lost everything. As a new queen is crowned, however, things long hidden in the woods descend on the kingdom itself. Ceres is forced on the run, her only companion a small and irritating fox from the royal garden, and the magic in her veins. It's up to her to find the legendary Lady of the Wild and beg for a way to save her home. But the road is darker and more dangerous than she knows, and as secrets from the past are uncovered amid the teeth and roots of the forest, it's going to take everything she has just to survive. So yeah, I started reading it. I got like the beginning. I'm like 40 pages in. It's funny. It's cute. I got the backstory and I was like, that does sound girly pop. Yes. So next you'll see me reading. Yes. Tomorrow. Yeah, I don't need to be able to hear myself. I've been reading for 25 minutes. I'm on chapter 8 and I've read 40 pages. I'm here because I was reading this and I was like, I really hate in basically every book the like romance interest, the love interest introduction. Let me tell you, this girl, the coronation went wrong. They had a magic crown that protects them from the evil forest. Apparently stolen, whatever. Coronation is interrupted, like as it's happening. The crown has magic, so when you put on the crown in the kingdom, it, like on the head of the royal person, the next like king or queen, it like protects the town until the next one. Whatever. As they're doing this, before they put the crown on the new queen's head, someone says, "You've stolen it," and then like seeds start falling out of the sky and burning people's skin, and then like where the seeds land like makes like black lightning crawl on their arms, and then they become the creatures of the forest, which they call bone eaters. Yeah, that starts happening. She's not even because she has magic in her bones, because she went with a kid on accident and everyone died, but yes. But I'll tell you, that's what's happening. She has the crown now, and she's running with a fox. She ends up falling in the woods, concussed. She hits her head on like a tree. Concussed, wakes up, her mouth tastes like soil and stone. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of tree? Whatever. She's like, there's a decrepit house. A decrepit house is like in the middle of the woods. She's going there to like, maybe because her arm is, the fox, she's a fox, and the fox bit her arm. So just maybe has something to like fix. Also, you're just gonna die of rabies. That fox definitely has rabies. And then she's like crossing a cliff. She's like going around a clearing. She turns back. There's a giant bear. A giant gray bear that stares at her and charges at her. See, we're all gonna die. It's all going horribly for her. And then, there's a sound, like a harsh wind through the trees and the pop of bones and the snarl of the beast. I threw my hands up to shield my face, waiting for the bear to tear me to ribbons, but nothing happened. Fearfully, I lowered my arms to see I wasn't dead, and in front of me was a person. He held the bear back, paws to hands. The young man's skin twisted and rippled. I watched every muscle in his back heave as he threw the bear away. The creature snarled as it stumbled back, baring its rows and rows of deadly teeth. Oh, calm down. I'm gonna make him Irish. Oh, calm down, you beast. We've had a rough night, the young man said to the bear, massaging his shoulder. He seemed to grow taller and broader by the moment, until he was half a head above me, lean and sculpted like the guards Gwen and I had watched training out in the yard some summers. And then I realized, quite suddenly, that he was naked. I squeaked. He must have heard me, because he turned around, his back to the bear. A knot formed in my throat. Oh, he was handsome. Sharp cheekbones and strong jaw and eyes of golden amber that reminded me of autumn. His hair was long and wild, the color of orange sunrises. I'd never seen hair that color before. So also, this is the fox. Because the next chapter we get is the POV of the fox. But I was reading and I was like, I hate love interest introductions because like, you're gonna get eaten by a bear and you're like, oh, he's hot. Which, it's like, it's fine. I'll read it. I'll keep reading. But like, it's just like, girl. Yes, so back to reading. Just want to let you know. It's fun. I like it. The map is cool. It's kind of horror. Like, it's kind of scary. A lot of like body horror, because people are turning into like weird plant evil people zombie things that are all mind controlled. Oh, when she went to the woods when she was younger, she's friends with the prince, like the royal family, because her dad is friends with the king, and so she's friends with the late prince, the current queen, not princess. I guess she hasn't been crowned yet. And they had a bodyguard when they were younger, and they all went into the woods when they were younger, and the prince died, and their guard died. And the guy that came back, it was like, you stole our crown, was the people puppeting their guard. I thought this blonde loser was also the prince, because I don't remember anything about the prince at all, let alone his name or hair colors, so he might be back. Yeah, back to reading. I'm on page 108. Doesn't matter. The fox is funny, and when you're in his POV, he says funny shit like it's like hot and he's sweating and he hates having the human body. And he was like, I don't think any self-respecting monster would be out in this heat. Like, he's funny, but also he's whiny and annoying, and I love him. He's very funny. But mind you, they're flirting because they're love interests, clearly. But it's very funny because something about the crown. I'll put it back on. And then he says, if you put that crown on her attention, then you'll be the one being eaten by like the forest creatures. And then she's like, hi, you're human too now. And then he says, I doubt he's as sweet as you. And then she says, the sarcasm in your voice is astounding. And then there's a bear that is talking to Fox in his head because of the animal thing. And she says, stop flirting, children. And the fox is offended. And then Daisy's offended. Daisy. Which is actually easier to say than Sarah's. Oh, he calls her Daisy. He calls her Daisy and she calls him Fox. He doesn't know their name yet. He'll probably get one and she'll still call him Fox because they're flirting. But I also said, like, stop flirting. And they're like, we're not flirting. And it's so funny because Daisy says, like, he's like, flirting, they basically were flirting. And then she goes, with you? Not a chance. Besides, I have standards. And then he says, and I'm a fox. And she says, and you're a fox. And I'm like, I think the with you question mark was being like, you're a fox. To me, like, and I'm a fox. And I'm like, it's the you is a fox part. You're a fox. This is it. Very funny. Like, I'm like, guys, and I'm a fox. And I'm a fox. You've been a fox this whole... That was the you, baby. You're the fox. It's you. Hilarious. But yes. Back to reading. How long has it? I've read like 20 pages in 25 minutes. Thoughts. Main girl is annoying. Just, I think she's required to be. More importantly, I like her and Fox. They're cute. They're funny. There was a thing where, like, okay, in the woods, the types of evil beings in the woods, there's like regular, like, bears and foxes and bunnies and shit. But there also happen to be these things called bone eaters. What would happen when a person gets wood cursed and then is in the woods, and they, like, their limbs grow long and they turn, and their corpses that have been stretched into wood things. It's terrifying. And then there are ancients, which are old gods who used to be centuries like S-E-N-T-R-I-S, centuries of the wild lady. Oh, what's her title? It's the wrong one. Is it King of the Lady of the Woods? Her. And they're old gods, so they're like kind of eat you the whole time, whatever. She's fighting an ancient, like fighting an ancient. She's about to get eaten by an ancient, and Fox is there, and then Fox runs away. And then, like, I get why she's mad at him, because, like, you left me in the woods, but also, literally, what was he gonna do? Nothing, because you know how we kill the ancient? Which I still think would happen. But you know how they subdued the ancient? Is she used her weird blood magic. Weird blood flower magic. That's how we got rid of the ancient. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, girl, he couldn't have helped you. And then he's like, I couldn't have helped you. And also because he's a fox, he has some, like, instinctive, deep animal instinct fear of these things that's different than human fear. So like he like it feels in his bones, like all the way down to his soul, he should get the fuck out of here, and he should have. He would have died. Because he goes and fights one later, and now he's wood cursed. Oh, and the reason I told you, they found the city, Vorn. I fully forgot that we were going to Vorn. I was just reading, and I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna be in the woods for the rest of the book. Like, fully forgot that was happening. Oh, I'm at page 182. This is what I read, so I'm like halfway, almost. Well, I'm a little more than halfway. I've been reading for an hour and 36 minutes. But fully forgot we were at Vorn. So like, baby boy, he's wood cursed. He's like turning half, and he's like, yeah, I don't want to be a monster. Like, he's sad. And then their bear companion. Did I say about the bear companion? The bear companion is funny. She what? Oh, she's like running, and then they end up at the city of Vorn. And I said, what? City of Vorn, though, less helpful than we all fucking thought. City of Vorn, they have no way to handle the wood curse, no way to free people. Obviously, as they've been implying this whole time, the original story of the king getting the crown as a gift was a lie of some sort, which, yeah, guys, you stole it. Like, everyone's mad because you did do the crime. Anyway, Fox is now, he's in a jail cell in Vorn because he's a wild beast and they're gonna burn him at the stake because, you know, the curse. And she's like, can I talk to him first? And they're like, yes, bitch. And then he's still, like, conscious somehow. People want to turn to the media like, the authority speaks through me. Maybe because they're informing he's a fox guy. Also, I think the bear might be the Lady of the Woods because she's a gray silver bear, which no one has seen before. But she's there, and then she's like, if he's still alive, maybe I can heal with my weird blood. Cause like it makes flowers grow and it kills things that are like dead already, like the ancients and stuff, or like the wood bone eaters. I flinched so abruptly because I'm reading and she says, bite me, fox, because he bit her earlier when he was a fox, that's how he became a person. And so then he bites, and then he says, and then he bit down to the bone, and I'm like, disgusting. Ow. It reminds me of Watch It Attack on Titan, where it's like he just bites into his hand like it's nothing. They do a lot of things where I'm like, dude, another fucking world. Like, pain is painful. Pain is painful. People just like cut their hands, bite into their hands. Like, it's just a part of, because she's doing that a lot because her blood, the magic's in her blood. So like, if she does blood and like does a thing, it'll do the magic. But it's just like, ow, bitch. And she gets like fractured ribs. No, because she woke up and she's like been asleep for 4 days. And she's like bandaged, and I'm like, thank God, because this started with her like falling, rolling down into the forest and hitting her on a fucking tree. Like, this girl concussed and broken things, but she's been bandaged. But yes, I'm gonna take a break for like 5 minutes. I've said I'm gonna make eggs, so I'm gonna make eggs for breakfast because I'm hungry actually, and then I will be back and keep reading. I left off on like a cliffhanger, like because her magic's supposed to turn him back, and she's bit him, and I'm like, he's bit her, and it's also, they mention how sharp his teeth are a lot, and I'm like, are you guys gonna commit to the bit? Are you guys gonna execute? Because if not, that'd be the first thing to never write, is them properly having something to do with these teeth, because, oh, I'm on 2. So I've been reading for like 50 an hour, and can you be, please do what you're doing. An hour and 39 minutes. I'm on page 182, and I'm on book 1, and I'm on chapter 22 of 40. This is a good book. You should get it. I like it. Maybe it'll end and I'll be mad, but it's cute. I like it. I'm gonna say. Also, there's a lot of mystery because there's something clearly happening with like whatever Fox, you know, was before or used to be. But we haven't heard anything. Like, we're figuring that out. He's gonna be like, I remember things, or why do I remember things? Or like one of the forest people, the guy they're puppeting, Saren, alluded that he left someone in the forest before, and it's just like, ooh. And I don't really care about the mystery of the fox because I'm not gonna solve that mystery. There's not enough, like, there's like little hints, but I don't know enough about him or the forest or the world to like connect any of these dots. So that mystery is like a little like side, like it's a little fun, like looks like a breadstick of a thing. Main story, Alfredo pasta though, it's good. Yes. Yes. Cool. I'm gonna make eggs. I'll be back. Bye. Welcome back. I returned. I've made eggs. And I thought of more things while I was making my eggs. And I think I noticed that the bear might be the queen of the wilds, the lady of the wilds. But at some point, one of the freak weirdos called our main girl. Why is my computer tilted? They called main girl daughter of the wilds. And so I was like, oh, her mom's the queen of the wilds. I guess it doesn't make sense that her mom. But then I thought about it again and I was like, well, her mom came out of the forest like 40 years ago. She probably just born. Well, like maybe 20 years ago. Then I was like, okay, but they call. Because I was like, daughter of the wild because she's wood cursed. Yeah, but I was like, daughter. Because she's about to heal fox. So I'm like, she can heal things, which only the lady of the wilds could do. And it's like, maybe the reason that she never got wood cursed is because when her mom like gave birth to her, she like gave her her powers. And that's why she can get wood cursed now. But who knows? Who knows? Because her mother did come back as like a weird corpse thing, not like a bone eater like the rest of them. Let's close. Back to the reading. Yes, to reiterate, it is now 9:20. I don't know if I started this at 7. I'm at an hour and 39 minutes in this book, and I'm on page. You probably just heard this actually. This last thing I sent to you for 22. Let's get it. Let's go. Hi, sorry for the close video. My iPhone storage filled up like in the middle of me recording my last clip. I am now, oh, this is gonna be bad. I'm holding this with my hand. I am now on almost 3 hours of reading because it's like 10. I'm on page, I'm on page 260 and I'm on chapter 32 out of 40. How they're leaving hints about who the fox is, but I don't know about the world or the fox to like figure out who the fox is. He is the prince. He mentioned she brought him food in the infirmary because he needs to be infirmed, and she was like, he holds his force like Anlin does, and I was like, or when Saren earlier was like, don't you might leave someone else in the woods. He's doing little things. He had memories of them as kids, of him and Daisy as kids. It's funny that the author just named her Daisy now. Like, she responds to Daisy like it's her actual name. He's the prince, and that's cute. He's fully human now, so like no more fox teeth and no more claw, which is like rude because that was hot, but like whatever. The Grand Master, the one in charge of the fort of Vorn, says like, okay, so we have another adventure. We're going to the heart of the forest to solve things. She said people have died trying to fix the wood curse. My own daughter left. You remind me so much of her, and I'm like, okay, so her mom she's her grandma. Her and Fox almost kissed. They danced on the dance floor, and they almost kissed, and then he didn't kiss her because he's being like, I'm a fox. No, what? And it's very funny because, like, yeah, baby, you're not a fox. But now we have a new adventure. Petra, who is the apprentice of the Grand Master, is going to be leading us into the heart of the forest. So that'll be fun. So it'll be Petra, Fox, her, the bear, maybe Saren, if that makes sense. Probably to be in jail though, because he is in fact a guy. Back on my phone. Okay. I have more ideas and more thoughts as I'm going to share before, because I'm on page 272, and this page is like 330. So I'm like 60 pages from the done. They have a final quest again. I think I told you, I don't remember what I said to my iPad. But they have to go to the heart of the forest and clean something. Even more information that the Grand Master is Saris's grandma. What did I just think? They did a title drop. She's talking to Petra, who's like, you aren't like the Elorians I imagined. You trekked among the beast in the briars into the deep heart, and the deep heart led you all the way to Vorn. The beast in the briars! We got a title drop, guys! Oh my god, her and Fox kissed! Her and Fox kissed! It was cute. He apparently smells like sandalwood and lavender, and I'm like, that bitch hasn't showered. I'm like, how does he smell like that? He also is, obviously the prince. I don't know what more they said about that. Chigi's being like, I'm just a gardener's daughter. This is an adventure better made for princesses and princes. And I'm just a daughter's daughter. a gardener's daughter. Yes. But yeah, probably the next thing we're gonna do, is be done. And so I wanted to get my final thoughts. The painting in the Grand Master's office that was like, their like myth of the Lady of the Wilds leaving 300 years ago. The first king of Sunder, the first king of Sunder, like raised the forest, and the painting is like that, shown in all of its like awfulness, like animals, trees, you know, people screaming, burning, and then he's in the middle, untouched by fire, and then at the other side, I'm imagining painting like I'm painting, and then he's in this corner, not touched by fire, and then over here is the Lady of the Wilds, with all of the ancient gods behind her. Oh, the bear. The bear, it was like, maybe that's the Lady of the Wilds or something. She's actually an ancient god. She's in this forest. She's in this picture because she's one of the ancient, the last one who didn't get corrupted by the forest. So yes, I was right, she's mystical. I was wrong, she's not the queen, but she's mystical. What was I saying? My thoughts, they leave me. Yeah? What? Oh. And so she like remembered like the crown, the feeling of the crown on her head, where it was like painfully like what did she just say? Remember it. How did I just remember this? Oh. I don't even think this is true. Where did I... Let's just... Oh, I did read that because I read the last part. Okay. She said, I didn't know. I just assumed that curses and magic lingered after the magic bearer died. But if that was the case, then why did the crown feast off the people whose brow it sat upon? Because I remembered the crown from the power from the crown, the way it felt to be stripped of it, like someone ripping a second skin from my body. I hugged myself tightly against the chill of the morning. The painting in the Grand Master's private rooms haunted me. King Sunder, painted as a demon, the wood on fire. And so I was like, well, what if the crown is just the lady, but she's angry? The Lady of the Woods. Like, she transformed herself into a crown, or he transformed her into a crown, or some form of magic transformed her into a crown as like a way of protection, because like, you know, something like that. And so she's the crown. And the reason it feels like people start screaming and get covered in fire is because it was mainly for his bloodline. But also, maybe it did that because it's the queen. And she doesn't want to be there, and she's mad. Because also the Fox had the memory in the kitchen where Fox has firepower because he's the prince. But he was like, I don't have magic. Like, he made like tea and like just like by like reflex like used his fire powers. And then he remembered a memory with him and his dad, the late king. And he was like, in the memory he was like, it's the power is like draining him. Like, it's like his soul is being taken by the crown. And he was like, I don't want to wear the crown too, because what if it drains me too? And it's like, yeah, the crown's bad for everyone who wears it. It's bad for everyone who wears it. Yes. And she keeps talking like, I'm just a gardener daughter. I'm like, I never questioned the stories. And I'm like, girl, why would you question? You're like 17. Why would you question the stories? I'm like, why would you question the stories? They're your like founding myths. You're fine. Also, you know, like the little sped up parts that I've maybe been doing, I have decided I'm not doing that for the rest of the books that I'm reading, because my iPhone storage will most certainly fill up. And these little bits are like 2 minutes. I'll probably do like one sped up thing for each book, just so they get like a little bit. But you know, they're like different things to look at, but also I'm just gonna put music over them, so they don't really need to be there. My mother has texted me. Probably won't include them actually then. We're just gonna put weird music over it. Yeah. But people do put music over. I like songs. We'll see. We'll see. I'll probably do one. just for like, just to see the light changing. Not really not much. But yeah, on the final pages, I'm almost done reading my first book at like hour 4, which is, you know, promising of my information of how fast it takes me, how long it takes me to read books. Okay. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I am on page 60. I opened it like I didn't know. I'm on page 60 and I've been reading for... Oh, fuck. Um, 28 minutes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 12:34. Biggest takeaway from this book is that I need to read Allie Carter books because they sound extremely fun. Which is what this list is. This tiny list, this notebook is books I want to read. This is my writing craft notebook, which is old. This notebook is so old. You see how it bends like it just doesn't want to, whatever. I've taken notes from this book. I don't know what I'm talking. From How to Write a Novel from Idea to Book by Joanna Penn, and that one book, 1,000 words. I started on the book, 1,000 words, or I just tried it. Whatever. I wrote these notes in this book. And in theory, I'm gonna write notes from this book and this book, but also I'm probably not. This one has like cute little like tasks that you should do, which I'm not gonna do because oh goodness gracious. But they have some cool ones like write all the scenes in a book that you love and then compare it to things that you've written. And I'm like, girl, I'm not. That's so much work. That require me to read the book again because I forget. A lot of advice I already heard, but like reframe, which is good and helpful. Also, a lot of my favorite authors are like book people in here, and that's cute and fun. What's the biggest takeaway like author advice? Oh, the thing I'm probably gonna do actually is when she talks about choosing like POV or like tense, like present past, not future. Could you write a book in future tense? I mean, you certainly could. Was rewrite the first chapter and all the tenses. So like first past, third limited past, third omniscient past, first present, like all of them in different tense, and then you'll hear. And you'll see. Yes. Oh, I don't know if I told you earlier when I was reading Among the Beast and Briars. When I was reading that book, I had like fantasy playing. I'm playing over there with my computer where this is on. And now I'm playing coffee shop music. Oh, also there's YouTube. I'm watching a video, but I'm watching Aya's Cupquake play House Flipper. Yes. So yes, I'll get back. I'm probably not gonna read the whole book. I'm probably just gonna read like bits and pieces that I think are what I want to read. But yes. So I'll get back to that, and so this is gonna be. Didn't I say I was gonna voice over this during my reading? I did. We'll see. Okay. Good talk. Every time. Hello. I am on page 121. I'm starting chapter 7, which one was started about. Number 7 is called Finding Your Process. Other ones are like character creation and world building and stuff like that. I am on an hour, 27 minutes, 10 seconds. And yeah, I've been taking notes actually too. It's just fun to read. Like, this is like a nice, I do like how it is. How it is written. A lot of other writing books are kind of like exhausting to read. And this isn't exhausting to read. I don't think I think earlier I said I think I read nonfiction slower than fiction. Normally I think I'm bored nonfictioning, but I've read 120 pages in an hour and a half. So yeah. Also a lot of the bits, like there's like space between things, so yeah. But let me look at chapter 7. Finding your process, starting your first book. I might read the whole thing. I probably won't though. I'm gonna read chapter 7, probably chapter 8, maybe 9, but probably not 9. Oh, sorry, the chapters. I'll read chapter 7, planning your process, chapter 8, starting your first draft, probably not 9, which is editing your book, 10, beating your writer's block, maybe I'll read it, 11, writing your speech, I'll probably read that one, 12, publishing books that are completing your future. If I ever want to read, editing, publishing, and planning, I'll probably just check the book out again, because it's for my library. So I'll just request it if I ever want to read that again. But yeah, so I have left chapter 7, 8, 10, and 11. And 7 and 8 is 121 to 146, and 10 to 11 is 207 to 2026. So like, I didn't really count any of those, but like 40 to 50 pages. So I'm almost done. I might be planning your future too, whatever that means. And that is 94 to the end, and the end is 326. Oh, there's a glossary, so it's 316 really, maybe. Oh no, it's not. She has an name. 303. So yeah, probably like 50 to 60 pages left of this book, that I'm gonna read, which is fun. I'm reading. So yes, I'll see you back when I'm probably done. I'm probably gonna come back and be done, and then be like, this is a good book and you should read it. And if you want to write a book, or if you ever want to learn more about writing craft, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna make food because I'm hungry. So I'm hungry right now, but I'm eating trail mix. Yes. So back to the reading.
Hi, we're back. I've decided to play Minecraft and listen to the audiobook for The Daughter of the Pirate King. So you're gonna see me playing Minecraft sped up, and then it'll speed down when I start talking about things that I hear in the book. I also have Pirate Tavern Terrace ambiance, night sounds, waves, and sea breeze playing in the background. You won't be able to hear it, you're just gonna hear me. You're gonna hear noise. You're gonna hear music when it's normal, when it's playing, but I'm not talking. I lied about The Sims. We're playing Restaurant Tycoon 2 on Roblox. Also, chapter 1, chapter 2 of Raven Boys, to be like, spoilers obviously, there's a ghost, he's about to die. So it's, what's your name, Gansy. Chapter 2 starts, Gansy is pulled over the road. Great, beautiful, amazing. See y'all in game. I lied, we're playing Stardew. I'm on 8% now, and I've been listening to the Raven Boys for the equivalent of 52 minutes. Okay. I have returned, the prodigal son. More importantly, I'm switching books. I've been listening to this for an hour and a half, and I've gotten 2 hours into the book because I'm reading it 1.15 speed. I like it. I think I'll keep listening to it. I have nothing really to say because I think audiobooks don't give me the space to think while they're happening. I have no idea who any of the separate boys are. They were describing the scene in the pizzeria, and I was like lost. Because she was using nicknames, and so I was like, she doesn't know their names. And so I was sitting there like, oh no, this is terrible. I'm like, I probably could have guessed in like relation to their personality, but not their names. And she was like, President Cell Phone. He was Gansey, which I figured out after the scene happened entirely. And then the smudged boy, and the bald one, who I think is Adam, but I'm uncertain. And then there was the delicate one, who I think is the one who said he was been dead for 7 years. But I don't really remember any of them. My favorite description was when they described that girl, that Declan. Oh, also they're brothers. I don't know any of the brothers. Are the brothers Gansey, Declan, and Adam? I'm uncertain if Gansey's a brother. I'm certain that Declan and Adam. Certain is a strong word, but certain that those two are brothers. And then someone got into a fist fight. I don't know who it is. Either I wasn't listening properly, probably was happening, or Declan appeared at the pizza shop and then immediately they all went outside and one of them punched him. But it sounded like we walked in on a fight happening. But I'm like, with who? I think it was Declan and the one who had a girl, but who had the girl? I don't know. I'm sure at some point I'll actually read these books, and then maybe I'll have a concrete picture of anybody. I see what people say Adam is like Andrew Maynard, Maynard, I don't know if I refuse, from the Alpha the Game series, because I kept being like, blonde, angry at the world, violent feeling, yeah. I think Declan pisses me off. I think he's the one I don't like. He's the older one. They did the voice for Adam, and it was like, and I was like, no, that is none of my business. Truly and deeply none of my business. Anyway, so I have an hour left of my 12-hour readathon, and I read 2 books, and I listened to 2 hours of another book, which is 19%, and maybe try and read. I think I won't. I lied. I was gonna say like One Among Crows, but I heard a review of this once, and she described it as like confusing. I heard her in the back of a car once, and I was like, "Oh, not today." So maybe this is for a different time. They have like Russian names. I refuse. This is Starlings. Isn't that a cool cover? I will read to you. Oh, well, Stardew Valley on my screen, so ignore that. Oh, if you want to know how I did my Stardew Valley, I got to day 3 on the river farm, and I'm gonna date Haley. And I got to like level 4 fishing. I have a fishing mod. Don't worry, we're not doing that in your Stardew. I cheat because I refuse. Also, I just got a wax all over my. I'm melting candles right now. I just got wax all over my. You can't see anything. Also, I like reading vlogs. This is fun. I might do more. I'm probably gonna do more of these. This is good. And then the good things I get to read a book. I'm looking over because my camera, my viewfinder of sorts, is over there. So I keep on looking over there. But yes. That was like it. Kit's father always told her that he had no family, but his sudden death revealed the truth. Now Kit is a grandmother she never knew she had, Agatha Starling, and an invitation to visit her father's hometown, Rosemont. And Rosemont is picture perfect. The faded eternal roses bloom all year. Downtown is straight out of the 1950s. There's even a cute guy to show Kit around. The longer Kit's there, though, the stranger it all feels. The Starling family is revered, but there's something off about how Starling women seem to be the center of all the time's important history. And as welcoming as the locals are, Kit can't shake the feeling that everybody's hesitant for her. Agatha, so happy to finally meet her only granddaughter, the town is truly charming, but Kit can't help wondering, if everything is so great in Rosemont, why did her father leave? And why does it seem like he never wanted her to find it? I had an idea while I was reading that, and I was like, I could read chapter 1 of the rest of the books that I have here. So chapter 1 of this book, chapter 1 of One Among the Crows, chapter 1 of Ace of Spades, Inheritance of the Inheritance of Orcadia de Vida. I think I've already read chapter 1 of 5. Ow, just stabbed myself. Of 5 Broken Blades. But that seems fun to me, and also it gives me its little things to do. Yes, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay, When Among Crows by Veronica Roth, who made Divergent. Isn't it so shiny? The book jacket. We bear the sword and we bear the pain of the sword. Pain is Demeter. I'm saying Dimitri. Is Dimitri's calling. His family is one in a long line of hunters who sacrifice their souls to slay monsters. Now he's tasked with a deadly mission: find the legendary witch Baba Yaga. To reach her, Dimitri must ally with ones he's sworn to kill. Pain is Allah's inheritance, a fear-eating Zmora with little left to lose. Allah, ooh, I'm gonna call her Allah. I'm gonna call her Allie. I think Dimitri and Allie. Yeah. Allie waits death from the curse she carries when Dimitri offers her a cure in exchange for her help. She has no choice but to agree. Together they must fight against time and the wrath of the Chicago underworld. But Dimitri's secrets and his true motives may be the thing that actually destroys them. When Among Crows is a swift and striking drawing from the deep well of Slavic folklore and asking if redemption and atonement can be found in embracing what we fear most. 2024? When did I get this book? I'll say I want to read more. I am confused. I'll give it that. It feels like I should have read a book before this book to know what anything is. There's some mystical. The thing is they just put letters next to each other, and I don't know how to pronounce that many Z's. I'm intrigued. Chapter 1 was called a preface, and then it was chapter 2 was called a late showing. And this one looks, and a late showing looks like it explains itself. I felt like I was reading the end of the book. Pretty cool first chapter. I didn't say anything about Starling's first chapter because it was kind of boring, as in it's about, it's not, they aren't doing any of the weird shit yet. Ace of Spades by Farida Abike Yemide. Letters. Tiny letters. All you need to know is, I'm here to divide and conquer, like all great tyrants do. The aces. Just like aces, but like it's a line. I like it already. I liked it when I bought this. It cost me $12. Probably why I bought it was 12, not like 16. When two Niveus Private Academy students, Devin Richards and Chiamaka Adebayo, are like, oh my god. Devin Richards and Chiamaka Adebayo are selected to be part of the elite school senior prefects. It looks like their year is off to an amazing start. After all, not only does it look great on college applications, but it officially puts them in the running for valedictorian too. Shortly after the announcement is made, though, someone who goes by Aces begins sending anonymous text messages to reveal secrets about the two of them that turn their lives upside down and threaten every aspect of their carefully planned futures. As Aces shows no sign of stopping, what seems like a sick prank quickly turned into a dangerous game. The most dangerous game? Hi. It is 6:54 p.m. I have been reading since 7 a.m. today, but I did it. I did my 12 hours. I'm gonna start reading this too, but then I got, what is it called? My phone storage ran out, and I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. So I wanted to give it at 6:30. I accomplished things. I read library books from my physical library. These two great books. You should read this. I'll probably, no, I won't. I'm not doing a video about this. This is the review about this. And this is also great, and this video is also a review about this. These ones, I'll get back to you. More importantly, the goals I set out for today: read library books, accomplished, figure out how to read books. It takes me, well, it took me, I threw them on the floor again, like I didn't need them again. It took me like 4 hours to read this and like 3 hours to read this, and then I listened to 2 hours of the Raven's Boy, and then I did this was like the last hour was like reading these vaguely. So, is that 12? 7, 9? That's 10. I got like 10 hours of active reading because I ate twice. I had to like pee and breathe and stuff and like lay down. So yes, I might do this again. I like this 12-hour thing. I felt really accomplished reading 2 full books. That felt like back when I used to do that like in middle school. So that was fun. I can say it takes me like 4 hours to read like a 300-page book that's like fantasy. Like it takes me like 3 hours to read like writing craft book if it's like fun and like energetic. So that's cool to learn about myself. Yeah. Oh, I think if I ever do this, I'm not gonna even attempt to do an audiobook. I don't even, ooh. Not because of the video game, just like I'm trying to find the video with the load. it properly, and then I did like the Daughter of the Pirate King voice, and I was like, this is not it. I think I'm gonna have to this physical books because I have so many physical books to read anyways and like finish. So yeah, if I ever do this again, I might do only physical books. And I think also I'm going to try to not record it on my phone, probably on my computer actually the whole time. We'll see how long editing this is because iPhone videos are like in .HEIC, which nothing opens and uses nothing. I kind of want a book now. I kind of lay down, listen to music, go to sleep. Yeah. Yes. So we accomplished the goal we got to accomplish. I read 24 hours, and I feel like I could do it again. Let's go for 18 next time. 18 next time. I'm joking. I think really what I'm gonna probably do is do reading vlogs more, and they'll be like what 4 to 6 hours, and I just read a book and talk about it because that was what I'm gonna do with the first book, and what's gonna do with the second book? I'll take out the second book, so that was what I'm gonna do. So if you made it this long, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm newer to making YouTube videos, as in I've been making YouTube so 12 to 21 now. I'll reverse it with it. But I haven't like done it in a minute. Yeah. So it was lovely chatting with you. I hope to see you next time. Bye.